Hey everybody, it's Erica Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs. I have a brand new card for you featuring brand new products from the brand new 2020 Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. It's the Forever Fern bundle. Here's the stamps and the dies. And you guys, I have to tell you that when I first saw this, I was like, okay. I wasn't terribly excited about it. But since I've gotten it, it's out all the time. I'm using it constantly. I absolutely love it. And I really did not predict that. So we're going to do this card. It features the new in color Misty Moonlight. And I want to show you this card right here on page 179 of the catalog. That's kind of the card I went with as my inspiration. But I wanted to use a new in color. So instead of what I think is Seaside Spray, I decided to use Misty Moonlight. So don't forget to use your catalog as an idea book. All right, let's get started. The thing I think I love most about this card is the color combination. Misty Moonlight, Seaside Spray, and Petal Pink. They just really go very well together. All right, let's start by making this piece. This is the smaller piece in the center. And if you need these measurements, guys, over on my blog, under the last photo, you'll find a link for this PDF. There's 2 other projects as well, but you'll find the measurements here. I know sometimes when you're watching a video, it's hard to write it all down, and so I have it in a PDF. All right, oops, I just stuck my finger right in that ink. I'm gonna take Misty Moonlight ink and this larger foliage piece, and I'm going to stamp it all up and down this piece. And I'm going to turn it every time I stamp because I don't want them all to be the same. I want it to just kind of be a random pattern. All right, let's see if I can fit. I think I'm going to go over that stem right there. I don't like that big open space. There we go. Okay, now let's move that out of the way. And I'm going to take a Stampin' Sponge that I have just cut into a segment, and I'm going to ink the edges really well all the way down with the Misty Moonlight. Misty Moonlight is one of our brand new in colors for 2020 to 2022. That's very hard to say. And it's beautiful. I love it. It's kind of a denim color. Okay, now we're going to make this textured piece. But you know what? Before we do that, let's do all the stamping. So when I bring the big shot over, we can do everything at once. Okay, so we're going to stamp this piece right here. That's the stamp that we just used with Misty Moonlight. So we need to clean it really well. This is my chamois. It looks gross, but it works so well. It's something you should really add onto your order. It's not something fun like stamps or dies, but you'll be so happy that you have it. Okay, there we go. Now, let's see, we'll move that one out of the way, and we're going to stamp this one in Seaside Spray. I don't know the names of any of these branches, you guys. I'm sure some of you know, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to cut those, and we're going to cut that. Let's see. Let's pull out the dies. Here's this one and this one. This I think is my favorite, that little piece right there. Now we're going to get Petal Pink, and we're going to cut this one. I like this die and this die specifically. I like these a lot. I like the way that they look. So we're going to use that one in the Petal Pink. And then lastly, we're going to get this one and cut it out of Seaside Spray. All right, so we'll do all of that. Let's bring it all over. And I've got another piece of Misty Moonlight that's 4 5 1/4. And we're going to emboss it with the subtle embossing folder. So let me get all this moved out of the way. Now we have a new die cut and emboss machine coming, hopefully by the end of the summer, fingers crossed. And it is going to be really cool. We actually have 2 of them, a big one and a small one. So I call them the mama and the baby. But they're coming, and they're exclusive to Stampin' Up! And I think you're going to want to get one. My big shot is on its last leg. Look, it is beat up, and it's really starting to not cut very well. So I am really looking forward to a brand new machine. Doesn't it? A brand new machine. Oh, it's new and it's pretty. I feel like my big shot, and it's funny that I wrote the date right here because I do this as a business. I wanted to see how long it would last. And this one has lasted me 5 years. I got it in 2015. Well, almost 5 years. But it is definitely on its last leg for sure. Whoops, my die is stuck in here. All right, come on. It's hiding. Look at that. That would have been bad. But I have noticed in the last 6 months or so that it's not cutting very well. I think the joints are getting loose. You know, like we all, like all of us when we age. All right, I'm going to switch over to the regular platform because we're going to use an embossing folder. I was using the magnetic plate, and you can't use the magnetic plate when you use an embossing folder. So I'm going to just put this piece in. This is just to give us a little more texture on our card. And the subtle embossing folder, whoops, wrong plate. The subtle embossing folder makes your card look like textured cardstock. Now what I just did there is I used the purple plate. Those of you with a Big Shot, if you buy Stampin' Up! Things, in the last year we transitioned over to a new manufacturer, and you needed the purple plate for embossing folders that did not have this, the Sizzix. If it does not say Sizzix, then you need the purple plate. If it does say Sizzix, then you use a clear plate, which is what I did. I know, it can be confusing. That's why I'm looking forward to a new machine. It will reduce all that confusion. All right, I'm going to use something else that's new. The Stamp and Seal, brand new adhesive from Stampin' Up. I've been using it for a day now, and I love it. Let me tell you, I love it. And I'm not just saying that. It's very comfortable in my hand. It goes on very smooth. It's just really, really nice. Now, I was not a big snail lover, so I can't be 100% unbiased on it because I just really didn't use snail a lot. I used a lot of fast fuse, but I'm finding that I am using the regular seal as opposed to the plus, which I will probably use for my 3D projects more often. Okay, so now let's put this together. Actually, before we do that, let's bring this scrap paper over. I wanted to add a little more texture right here to this, so I'm going to take, let's see, which one am I going to use? It doesn't really matter. We're going to use this one, and we're going to stamp some Seaside Spray on it. And actually, let's stamp some, yeah, I like that better, some Misty Moonlight, just to kind of add a little more texture. So then it looks almost like it was cut out of pattern paper. All right. All right, now let's put this all together. I would like to introduce you to the gold hoop. This was a very interesting embellishment that Stampin' Up! Introduced this year, and it looks just like an earring, but it is very lightweight. I thought, I'm not sure about that on a card, but it is very thin and very lightweight, and it's not going to bulk up your card very much. I've tried different ways to adhere it. There's probably going to be lots of different ideas out there, but what I found I liked the most is to just lay it down. And because I'm going to use dimensionals anyway, I'm just going to put these dimensionals on top of it like that. All right. And I did that over here. And so it's not adhered here, but it is stuck down pretty good over here. So I think it's okay. You don't see a whole lot of lift on it. Like it's not flopping around. So it's good. Okay, so let's start with this guy in the back. All right, and then we'll get another dimensional and we'll put it on this one. Well, I guess I got two dimensionals there, and we'll put that, you know what, I think I'm going to tear that stem off because I don't want it hanging down. We'll put that there. Then we're going to get this one. You know, it's talking about bulking up your card. I use enough dimensionals. I don't know why I would be worried about that. Right there. And you know what? I'm just noticing, look, I did this differently. See, I stamped that on Seaside Spray cardstock, but over here I did it on Whisper White. Both look just fine. All right, now we're going to fold this little doodad. I have no idea what it's called. We're going to fold it in half and get a couple of dimensionals on there. like that. Not dimensionals, glue dots, and we'll put it right there. So now I have that nice little stack of foliage, leaves, stems, greenery, although they're not green. I'm going to put another glue dot right there to hold that down. Okay, now we have some trim. We have several trim packs in our new catalog that come with several different trims in them, not just one. Some have 2, some have 3. This one is from the Forever Greenery trim pack. And I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to make a double bow like that. All right, did you see how I did that? I folded it in half and I used it. I just tied it like it was one, like there weren't 2 strands there. Okay, all right, now another glue dot. And we'll put that right there. Now, when I got to this point in my card, I didn't want to add a sentiment. I loved the way it looked like this. So I decided we'll put the sentiment, the greeting, inside, and we'll make it super fancy. All right, so let's do that. Let's see. I think I cut up my white piece. Look at that. So let me grab another white piece. Let's see. Do we need to cut this one down? Yep, just a tad. I have my paper trimmer right here. I always do that. I get those pieces ready for a video and then I use them for the wrong thing. Okay, so let's bring this back over. We're gonna stamp this. Let's see, what did I do? I like to look to see what I did. Okay, we're gonna do this one in Misty Moonlight. Down here and down here. And I think I'll stamp off like that. All right, so then let's clean it and get some Seaside spray in there. Okay, one right there in the middle. All right, now the sentiment, it says, to a friend that makes me smile. And we're gonna put that right there in Misty Moonlight, okay? And then last but not least, let's add a few petal pink splotches, little sprinkles. And there we have it. Isn't that pretty? It doesn't take much time or effort to fancy up the inside of your card, but it has big wow factor, I think. All right, so it's a Whisper White, just 4 by 5 1/4 piece. And there you have it. There is a beautiful card in different colors using that Forever Fern bundle. I hope you guys like it. Make sure you check it out. Check out the new adhesive that I talked about, the Stamp and Seal, as well as these really cute little hoops. Currently they're on back order, but they'll be back. Don't worry, they'll be back. All right, you guys, make sure you hop over to my blog to get that PDF and check out the other Forever Fern projects that I have for you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.